Good evening, everyone. I already love the vibe in this room. We are so excited to celebrate the class of 2024. My name is Amy Shannon, and I'm the principal of Bloomfield High School, and I'm joined by Ms. Masters, the middle school principal, and Mr. Parzak, the assistant principal and athletic director. And I'd like to welcome all of you to our commencement ceremony for the Bloomfield class of 2024. First, just a huge thank you goes to our graduation band for performing Pomp and Circumstance, led by band director, Mr. Scott Hoffman. Before we begin, just a few housekeeping items. We request that you silence all your cell phones and electronic devices. Just do me a favor, look for the exits just in case we had any emergencies. We have restrooms located in the lobby. Please refrain, though, from any air horns or noise-making devices, as they can be a distraction to the speakers and our students. For those who are not present tonight, we do have a link for the live stream on our BCS Facebook page and our website. I want to thank in the back Dr. Garen Sones and Mr. Roger Blackington for helping us out tonight. Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to invite our standard bearers, Sophie Ketchmark and Justin Spellman, up to the podium. Please stand and join them as they lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and remain standing for the national anthem sung by Jess Franco.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say can you say by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars breathe a perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that portend further yet for the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. At this time, I would like to recognize the members of our Board of Education who have given their time and efforts to support all of our students. President Mrs. Pam Nikoski, Vice President Mr. Jim Spellman, board members Mrs. Tanya McFadden, Mr. Ken Mathis, Mrs. Caroline Neville, Mrs. Heather Rickett, and Mr. Scott Layton. Thank you all. We would also like to recognize all of our teachers and staff that are here tonight. Our seniors had the opportunity to show their gratitude by inviting a staff member to graduation, someone who made a difference and impacted them on their journey. At this time, I would like to ask all staff members who are here today to please stand. Let's give them a round of applause. At Bloomfield Central, we take immense pride in the diverse pathways our students pursue and the numerous distinctions they achieve. I always say here, there's a pathway for everyone. All 60 of you have proven this. This evening, I want to take a moment to recognize the exceptional accomplishments of our graduates. If you turn to page 3 of the program, there denotes these distinctions and honors, but I want to break them down just a little bit so you have a sense of the pathways. We're going to start with the recipients of our Top 10 Award and our valedictorian and salutatorian, who you will hear from soon. Your academic excellence has set a high standard for your peers, and you've made us all incredibly proud. To our members of our National Honor Society, you have demonstrated outstanding leadership, scholarship, service, and character. The recipients of the Seal of Civic Readiness, you have excelled academically, but has also dedicated yourselves to making a positive impact on our community. We have Seal of Biliteracy honorees. You have achieved proficiency in 2 or more languages. This remarkable accomplishment not only enhances your communication skills, but it enriches your cultural understanding and global awareness. We have our FLTCC graduates and those that have earned the Technical Endorsement and National Technical Honor Society. You have mastered technical skills that are vital in today's ever-evolving workforce. We even have a student who completed the New Vision program at FLTCC. Your dedication to hands-on learning and technical excellence will serve you well in your future careers. We have seniors sitting up here who have entered the workforce while still in high school, working somewhere between 5 and 50 hours per week, and I may even be lowballing that. Someone told me today that he's working 120 hours a week. That's pretty impressive, but I don't doubt it. Balancing academic responsibilities with professional commitments shows maturity, ambition, and drive. We even have one student up here who entered the Clarkson School. You chose to spend your senior year in college, and you will enter as a sophomore in the fall. Finally, we have a P-TECH graduate. You have navigated a rigorous program that bridges high school, college, and the professional world. How impressive is this? These 60 grads and what they've accomplished. Each of these remarkable accomplishments reflects not just individual success, but the collective strength and perseverance of our graduates. You've taken unique pathways from excelling in academics and technical skills to engaging in civic duties and cultural pursuits. These diverse experiences have prepared you to take on the world with confidence and courage. So graduates, as you step into the next chapter of your lives, I'd ask you to carry along with you the beliefs, the values, the skills, and the knowledge that have been cultivated here at BCS. Embrace those challenges with determination, lead with unwavering integrity and kindness, and always uplift and support one another. Your future is bright, and we know this is just the beginning of your story. Congratulations, class of 2024. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Andrew Dole to the stage for some opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. This is a very special night. This has been a great year, and many wonderful events have happened, from sectional championships to concerts and drama productions to completion ceremonies. But tonight we gather to celebrate the most important event of the year, graduation. Graduation is the most important thing we do as a district because it marks the completion of many years of hard work for our graduates. It marks the end of their time with us and marks the beginning of a new stage in their lives. Graduation is a major accomplishment. This is truly a special night. Before I begin my remarks, I do want to pause to note that while this is a special night for our graduates, this is also a very special night for parents and families. Parents, you have supported your child in their educational journey from day one. Many of you probably remember that first day of school. You probably reflected on that today. And you probably remember the angst that you felt wondering if they would make friends, if they would be okay. You wondered just what their time at school would be like. Here we are, ready to celebrate their success and hard work. That success comes in large part thanks to you and to those family members who have encouraged and supported your child along the way. The time spent driving your child to school, driving your child to practices and rehearsals, the time spent teaching your child how to drive, the kindergarten graduations, the moving up ceremonies, the special events, the nights helping with homeworks, the celebration of all your child's successes, the time spent providing encouragement through the disappointments, all culminate in this night. Thank you for supporting and encouraging your graduate and for loving them unconditionally. They made it. Now, providing the opening comments at a milestone event like this is certainly not easy because research shows that what I say now will probably not be remembered. In addition, we have some much more capable speakers than me, including our salutatorian and valedictorian, who will be sharing some words which I'm sure will be inspiring. So I'm going to keep my remarks to our graduates very brief. Seniors, as you prepare to begin your next journey, a journey I know you are all well prepared for, be it entering college or the workforce, I wanted to share some advice our former 6th grade students shared with our 5th grade students as they prepared to enter middle school. I believe their advice can be applied to any new beginning. In fact, we share this advice with our new teachers at New Teacher Orientation. It turns out our students are pretty wise. I think if you remember and apply even one or two of the things from this list, you will find success no matter what your next step in life is. First, be confident. Know that you are leaving us with the knowledge and skills needed to succeed wherever you go. Know that whatever your next step is, you are ready. Take that next step with confidence. 2, get involved and talk to new people. As you begin your next endeavor, don't be afraid to try new things, meet new people, and never be afraid to step out of your comfort zone every now and then. 3, avoid drama. Don't start it and don't get involved in it. Getting involved in drama is never productive to helping you build relationships or to achieving your goals. In fact, drama is often counterproductive to building relationships and achieving goals. Avoiding drama helps you stay positive and productive. 4, enjoy the freedom you will have, but be responsible. The next chapter of your lives will come with more freedom. Enjoying that freedom is good, but it's important to realize that the choices you make moving forward will have a big impact on your life as well as the lives of others around you. Use your freedom wisely. 5, don't give up. This day marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Life is full of ups and downs. During your time with us, you've experienced successes and failures, and you will encounter failure from time to time as you take your next step. Don't give up. If you stay positive and keep moving forward, you will find success. Sometimes finding that success just takes a bit longer, but you will find it if you don't give up. Last, don't be afraid to ask questions or ask for help. As you start your new adventure, remember that it is okay to ask for help when you need it. Asking for help and asking questions is not a sign of weakness. It's a signal to others that you care. Graduates, we're proud of you. As you leave Bloomfield to face new challenges, remember that you are never alone. Know that you always have a place here. And know that as long as the Bloomfield Central School District exists, you will always be a part of our school community. And never forget that this community will always be ready to help you, ready to celebrate with you, and ready to encourage and support you when you need it. Congratulations, class of 2024. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Dole. At this time, it is my honor to introduce your senior class advisors, Mrs. Kelly Grunman and Mrs. Kirsten Ramsdell.
First, thanks to all the parents who brought in lunch pails, uniforms, instruments, picked them up from appointments, took them to practice, and did all the other things of their children for the past 13 years. We've been with this class for 2 years. We have seen them get taller, smarter, and more confident as people. We've had class meetings too numerous to count for fundraising, Google Forms, announcements in Google Classroom, Senior Connection, celebrated 100 days, Decision Day, Junior Prom, Senior Ball, Senior Nights, and tonight many of you will enjoy your all-night grad party. After this evening, your class picture will be hung for those to remember and for all the community to see. You may even visit with your own family in years to come and smile about your days at BCS. Sorry. Last of all, I need to give a shout out to our daily coffee club attendees. You will sorely be missed. So long to our class leaders, performers, athletes, and all who made our days fuller with laughs, seriousness, and joy. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you, Mrs. Grunman and Mrs. Ramsdell. The seniors were fortunate to have you over the last couple of years. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker this year, who was nominated and selected by the class of 2024, art teacher, Mrs. Amy Wylot.
Good evening, everyone. As we gather here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduating class of 2024, I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude and nostalgia. You see, 2 decades ago, as I was embarking on my journey as an art teacher, I found myself traveling in the small town of Bloomfield. And it was there that I discovered 2 restaurants that would forever hold a special place in my heart: Cheap Charlie's and Jean's Restaurant. Now, what struck me the most about these 2 establishments wasn't just their quaint charm or their delicious food. It was the names, Charles and Jean, that instantly resonated with me. You see, those happened to be the names of my parents. And as I stood on the streets of Bloomfield, I felt as though fate had intervened, guided me towards this path, leading me here to this podium, standing before you today. In that small town, I felt a sense of belonging, a sense of home I hadn't experienced before. And it's that feeling of home that I want to talk to you about tonight. Because home is not just a physical place. It's a feeling of comfort, of safety, and of belonging. For many of you, this place has been your home for the past 7 years. It's been a place you forged friendships, discovered your passions, and laid out the foundations for your future. And as you prepare to step out into the world beyond these walls, it's natural to feel a mix of excitement and apprehension, to wonder what the future holds and where you'll find your place in it. But I want to assure you that no matter where life takes you, you carry within you the essence of home. The memories you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the relationships you've formed. And just as Bloomfield became a symbol of home for me all those years ago, I encourage each of you to seek out those moments, those places, and those people who make you feel truly at home. Because when you feel at home, you feel empowered to be your truest self, to pursue your passions with conviction, and to embrace the journey that lies ahead. And as you navigate the uncertainties and challenges of life, remember that home isn't just something you find, it's something you carry with you wherever you go. So as you embark on this next chapter of your lives, I urge you to hold on to that sense of home, to cherish it, and to let it guide you as you pursue your dreams and make your marks on the world. Congratulations, class of 2024. As you spread your wings and soar into the future, may you always find comfort in the knowledge that home is not a place you leave behind. It's a feeling that stays with you wherever you may go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wylot. At this time, I would ask that the senior class officers please come forward for your special presentation of the class gift. So I'd ask Sophie Ketchmark, Christina Stryker, Vice President Molly Thompson, Secretary Bryn Westlake.
The class of 2024 would like to give the school a framed picture of our entire class. This picture will be hung in the hallway representing our monumental accomplishment of graduating Bloomfield High School.
Thank you, Sophie, Christina, Molly, and Bryn. We appreciate your leadership and certainly appreciate that hallway where we're going to see your class portrait very soon. At this time, I'd ask for the jazz choir to join us for performing a musical selection, My Hope for You, by Kara Stacy under the direction of music director, Mrs. Laura Moore.
child, I hope you learn more than I ever knew. Oh, little child, I'll fight for you, and the world you'll grow into. This is my hope for you. See clearer, love harder, dive deeper, fly farther. See clearer, dive deeper, be kinder, run faster, climb higher. This is my prayer for you. This is my dream for you. This is my hope. This is my hope.
Thank you, Mrs. Moore. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Jim Spellman, Vice President of the Board of Education, who will present the Marian Halleck Awards.
Good evening. Every year since 1981, the Board of Education has had the honor and privilege of presenting the Marian S. Halleck Award to up to 2 members of the Bloomfield school community. The award is presented in memory of Marian Halleck, who served as our elementary school principal for 23 years. The award in Mrs. Halleck's name was established to honor district employees who touch the lives of our students in special ways. Any current district employee may be nominated for this award. The criteria for nomination are that the person goes beyond the call of duty, is an exceptional friend to, or an outstanding role model for students, or it excels at getting along with others. This year's recipients definitely meet these expectations. Each award will be presented with a unique work of art created by one of our talented students. The pieces selected for this year's recipients are a pottery bowl created by Sophie Harrison and a painting by Carissa DeMeo. I'd like to ask them to join me for the presentations. On behalf of the board, I'd like to thank them for donating their amazing works so that we can donate them tonight. I'd also like to thank BCS retiree Mr. Pat Crowley, who donated a great deal of time sharing his experiences with Mrs. Halleck to help us create a video to promote this award. I'd also like to thank our nomination committee for their time and support. They definitely had their work cut out for them, as this year again we received a record number of nominations. Lastly, I'd like to thank Mrs. Amy Wylot, who helped inspire our artists and coordinate their donations. Tonight's first Marian Halleck Award recipient has been with the district for 26 years. He's described as someone you can talk to about anything. He has outstanding energy and promotes positivity and kindness. He teaches students leadership and empathy. One of his many talents is encouraging his students to not settle for status quo. He sees the special things in each student and encourages them to dig deeper, especially with their class speeches. One of my favorite quotes about this teacher is that he makes it his job not only to teach, but to find how he can help students shape their unique passions. He has a strong community service focus and instills that in our students. He's been a leader in UpLevel and IBCAS and orchestrated countless activities, including visits to the local nursing homes and Salvation Army bell ringing. He was also a finalist in 2023 for for Rural Schools Association's Teacher of the Year. And if you've ever been to his classroom, you'll see that he's definitely a top fan of one of the Cape Crusaders. On behalf of the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present the Marion Hollick Award to Mr. Keith Roll. Keith, will you please join us on stage? Tonight's second Marion Hollick Award recipient has been described as someone with a sweet soul who adores her students and gives them her best every day. A graduate of BCS, she's been with the district for 6 years. She's someone who goes above and beyond her job description. She invests her time and care in her students and is deeply attuned to their strengths and their struggles. She has a superhuman ability to step into a tough situation and bring peace and progress. Besides being a great teacher and a great person, she's always willing to chip in where needed, including coordinating field days and other special activities for students. She's very involved with Special Olympics and a strong supporter of our Bloomfield Nursery School. She too instills a deep sense of caring and community service in our students. One of my favorite examples of this, you may have seen on TV when Channel 13 featured this teacher in her class as one of their bright spots. She led her class in a project collecting blankets for our local pet shelter, Happy Tails. The students even made a blanket themselves that they presented when they delivered the blankets to Happy Tails. On behalf of the Board of Education, it's my pleasure to present the second Marion Hollick Award tonight to Mrs. Kelly Ulmer. Please join me again in congratulating these two shining examples that make BCS great. Thank you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2024, Christina Stryker. I'm going to give a little background on Christina. So she was the secretary for High School Student Council, co-president of the class of 2024, secretary of IBCAS, member of Interact Club, part of varsity girls soccer team, varsity boys tennis team, as well as a student in the New Vision program. Please welcome Christina to the podium.
Good evening, parents, teachers, administrators, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I'm honored to be standing here tonight representing the class of 2024. For years, I had in mind what I would share if I ever earned the right to give a graduation speech. This is because one of my favorite memories was given to me by this class right beside me 7 years ago. While rummaging through my desk in 5th grade, looking for a pencil, I came across a Post-it note with a message. Friends are like clovers, hard to find, lucky to have. But the most unusual part is that it was signed by 4 digits, 2237. Confused, I looked at my friends and showed them the note. Then they looked at each other and assured me they didn't know who put it in my desk. Throughout the next few days, I continued to receive notes, sometimes multiple at a time, with messages such as, "Only those who care about you can hear when you're quiet." I knew it had to have been multiple people because the handwriting of each note was completely different. I began keeping one eye on my desk whenever I was somewhere else in the classroom. Still, I had never saw anyone put a note in my desk. I had a sneaky suspicion my friends were in on it. After continuously questioning each of them on the notes, they finally revealed who 2237 was. It was everyone, my entire class, Even the teacher was in on it. I had no idea that the people I sat in class with every day cared about me so much. I still have every single note on pages of my scrapbook. You see, I was a very quiet fifth grader, and this random act of kindness made me feel recognized in our tiny school. Our close-knit community allows us to create meaningful relationships, to grow with our fellow students and teachers who are invested in us. They taught us to take calculated risks and offer us enriching choices, knowing we have their eternal support as we continue on into our future. One particular note that has stuck with me throughout these years is, "You are braver than you think, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you believe." When I reflect on this quote, I think of us as a class and what we have each accomplished. We were brave when we made the decisions of our future. We are stronger not knowing exactly what our future holds, but still facing it. We are smarter together because we are here. We did it. We are high school graduates. Now it is my turn to return the favor and give you all some encouragement from the great Dr. Seuss. Will the graduates please reach under the front of your chairs? Their Post-it notes read, "You'll never get bored when you try something new. There's really no limit to what you can do." Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Christina. At this time, I ask for the jazz choir to join us for the singing of the district alma mater, led by Mrs. Laura Moore. While they're getting set up, if everyone could please stand and join us in the singing of the Bloomfield Central School alma mater. You can find the words on page 1 of your program.
Within thy walls we gather to sing our words of praise. In honor of the alma mater, our happy voices raise. So hurrah for the Bloomfield Central, all glory ever be thine. We'll cheer for the blue and the white, till the sun no more shall shine.
At this time, I'd like to invite our 2024 valedictorian, Sophie Ketchmark, to the podium. Before I turn it over to Sophie, I'm going to talk just a little bit about her. So throughout her time at Bloomfield, Sophie was a team captain of the varsity soccer and varsity basketball teams. She was also the president of Student Council, Interact Club, and National Honor Society. In addition, Sophie was an integral part of IB CAS, BHS Ambassadors, and the Bloomfield Announcement Group. Sophie Ketchmark.
Exciting, reminiscent, upsetting, and fulfilling. I think I speak for most of my classmates when I say that this day has brought about many mixed emotions. While today is definitely a memorable moment for us graduates and our families, today alone is just another day, one in a lifetime of thousands. What is more significant than today's moments are the lessons and values that each of us have accumulated in the years leading up to this day. I am a firm believer that everyone on this earth is put here for a reason. Regardless of our backgrounds, our ideologies, or our race, I believe that everyone has a purpose that they uncover throughout their lifetime. However, this journey is rigorous with lessons and principles that we must understand and adapt to in order to succeed. For us graduates, our pursuit for our purpose begins now. Thankfully, we have the influence and experience of those around us to help guide us towards our purpose. For those of you who don't know, I have one of the most amazing families around. My grandma and grandpa, Sam and Paul Alney, are two of the most selfless individuals that I have ever known. They're the kind of people who would give the shirt off their backs to someone who needed it. My Oma, Marianne Ketchmark, has spent the majority of her life as a single mother, gave her 4 kids a promising future. She endured one of the hardest jobs a person can have, and yet she made it look easy. My parents, Sarah and Jeff Ketchmark, are the most determined and driven people that I know. They've given their blood, sweat, and tears so that my sisters and I can live comfortably in an environment that pushes us to succeed. These special people in my life are more than just my family, they are my superheroes and my role models. Not only are they the most hardworking individuals that I've ever met, but I have been blessed to learn and grow from their experiences. The best lesson that my role models ever taught me is that nothing in this life is free. Every single day, you must wake up and continue to work for what you have. Possessing the value of hard work is what allows you to achieve your purpose. It gives your journey meaning and value, presenting you with a sense of pride for your accomplishments. I can honestly say that developing a hard work ethic has changed my life for the better. It has altered my perspective and has made me more appreciative of the things that I have. In this day and age, everybody wants to be successful without putting in the work. Our society values fancy cars and big houses and designer products, and yet all of these items are meaningless. Our values and beliefs are what matters, what fulfills our lives and guides us towards reaching our potential. I encourage you all to strive to be the most hardworking people in every room you walk into. Put in the work so that years from now you can accomplish your dreams and achieve your purpose. If there's one thing that you take away from my speech, it's that without purpose, life is meaningless. Without established morals and values, your purpose is unreachable. Without hard work, dreams are just dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophie. I would now ask Mr. Jim Spellman to join me at the podium. You got some fans out there. Mr. Spellman and the members of the Board of Education, it is my honor to officially state that the members of the Bloomfield Central School District Class of 2024 have met the requirements set forth by the Commissioner of Education and are eligible to graduate on the 21st of this day, June 2024. At this time, I'd like to welcome back Mrs. Kelly Grunman and Mrs. Kirsten Ramsdell for the awarding of diplomas. Before I turn it over to them, I'd like to direct your attention to page 3 of the program. Please take note again of the distinctions our students earned as indicated by the symbols, as well as the awards they achieved. We so appreciate the Bloomfield community's support to help our students as they engage in their post-secondary plans.
Riley V. Barron. Angelina Barry. Barbara Berrios Flores. Logan Bills. Jack D. Bradshaw. Georgia Elizabeth Brick. Mary Anna Briggs. Katie M. Kashani. Mariana Chavez. Jessica Cody. Sawyer A. Colburn. James Elliott Courier. Ilya M. Damaski. Kevin M. Decker, Jr. Carissa L. DeMeo. Reagan Lee Dennis. Travis Elliott Dowdle. John Dene. Mason L. Foringer. Jessica Franco. Jalen Grams. Spencer Edward Green. Natalia Gabrielle Guevara Gomez. Langdon Hahn. Sophie Violet Harrison. Eloise I. Holland. Dylan Zachary Seth Johnson. Taylor Youngerman. Sophie Esther Doris Ketchmark. Abigail Corich.
Alexander Lucas. Parker Edward McKean. Connor J. Moore. Cody J. Morris. Jonathan D. Nelson. David Jason Nowak. Kimberly Renee Pagel. Derek Prouty. Chloe Elizabeth K. Rayburn. Hannah Marie Reed. Hannah Marie Reed. Jonathan C. Ryder. Liam C. Roach. Thomas Benjamin Rose. Riley L. Zepka.
I love you, Riley!
John A. Shanklin. Cameron Smith. Anna E. Snyder. Justin D. Spellman. Christina May Stryker. Bernice F. Taylor. Molly Ann Thompson. Garrett Tobin. Jasha V. Torres Rowan. Joshua T. Bento. Wyatt Wadhams. Joseph Walters. Bryn Michelle Westlake. Evan Whiting. Joseph Lyman.
Before we conclude, I would ask that everyone in the audience please remain seated as our students leave the auditorium, and then you can follow after them. If the class of 2024 could all please stand. At this time, I'd ask you to move your tassel from right to left. Friends and families, the Bloomfield Central School District class of 2024 graduates.